Good evening, my dear Goenkas, especially in these difficult COVID times that has reoccurred with vengeance, it looks like. I am very saddened by the affairs of our government of the day, especially our CM, Mr. Pramod Sawant, and our Health Minister, Mr. Vishwajit Rane Jr., for not taking the right decisions in getting into a lockdown to save very precious lives of our Goenkas, our people settled in Goa, and many people who are around in Goa. So it is very disappointing having Pramod Sawant, the CM of Goa, was a doctor, qualified doctor, and I can't understand why he can't go in for a lockdown when he did it earlier, when we were one of the best states that were well managed when COVID hit us in March 21st, because I have a video also on my Facebook account which I have made it very clear that the lockdown was important to restrain the spread of the COVID-19 strain at that particular time. And we did succeed for at least first 2 months. But then when the borders were opened, we realized that a lot of inflow of our neighboring citizens from Maharashtra and Karnataka, which did enter the state and did pollute our place with their infection. So this is what we have already seen, and we know, we have the facts on record. But still today, I can't understand why Mr. Pramod Sawant, the CM of Goa, who is also the Home Minister, is the one-man soldier, is a one-man army. He can take a decision, and Mr. Rane Jr. has also made it very clear, after realizing all that they had done earlier, the mismanagement that was done after 2 months of COVID earlier, and the exposures that were done by a lot of activists, and we as Goencha Rakhanda, I remember we had gone to all the talukas giving representation to the authorities, to the deputy collector, Mamladar, asking them to be strict in enforcing strict bylaws for people entering into the state. But today the situation has changed. The second wave has hit us very hard, and in other states like Delhi, Maharashtra, Gujarat, they say it's the third strain, the fourth strain. So I just can't understand what is the problem. Is economic the problem? Is economics everything? Is money everything? See, a life saved is a life for the family, that particular life could be the breadwinner, could be a loved soul for the family. But here we see today the government doesn't care for human lives. I think they care more for animals on the streets than for we humans and we Goans. We are unique. We are a unique state. We are educated people. We are sensible people. We believe in the law. We follow rules. Of course, few of us don't do it, which I condemn them. But 95% of our people are ready to follow the SOPs and whatever procedures are laid down. But today we see the incompetence of this government, inefficiency, negligence on the part of the government and the leader, the CM, Mr. Pramod Sawant, who happens to be a doctor. He's just not taking the decision of a lockdown. Why? Is it to satisfy a few casino owners, where he has said that he would curtail the movement of people from 10 to 6. But when I was in Panjim 2 days back from Donapal, I was driving back home, I saw some movement in the sea, the boats moving up and down. And I stopped for about 5-10 minutes just to see what's happening. And I could see people entering the casinos. And I saw cars also coming in, taxis, bringing in crowds. Every 2-3 minutes there was one taxi moving in with passengers, and they were getting into the jetties and getting into the casinos. So this is what I've seen in my own eyes, and it's not right. Just to help the casino lobby to do business till they summon the CM and tell him, see, now we are not getting crowds, please now you can go for a lockdown. Is it that? I'm questioning the government of the day, I'm questioning the CM. Why are you not going in for a lockdown when it is most needed? Even Dr. Oscar, I've seen his videos, he has appealed to the government, to the authority, to the people also to be careful, because the government has failed. The government has totally failed in controlling the situation, and Goa being a small state, an educated state, and we have proved ourselves earlier, we have shown to the full of the country and to the world that we were the first to go in for a lockdown, and we have controlled and been in the green zone for 2 months, and now we are losing 25, 35, 38 lives every day. And the statement by Mr. Junior Pramod Rane is said that we can lose up to 100 to 200 lives in the coming days. Is this what the government of the day wants? So why is it so that the BJP government of the day is only interested in elections, motivating the people to get in the election fray and somehow or the other come into power? And is it now today to save the casino lobby? Could be for the gratifications they have taken in advance, it looks like. But why? Otherwise, why? Why would they not want a lockdown? Keep the essentials, keep the pharmacies, keep the petrol pumps, whatever is required. Okay, construction, okay, for infrastructure development that is happening, which is a must. And if it is a must, that can carry on. Trucks can come in, go, but with proper checking on the borders. See that the drivers who come in, if they are from outside state, they should be checked for COVID and then only allowed. So I think we Goans should by now be very, very careful of what's happening in our state. We know that we have been successful last year in controlling it, and then the government came in and made a mess, and now they are worsening it further. So I request each and every Goan, Amche, Goenkar, Bao, Boini, youth especially, a lot of youth are dying. Dr. Oscar has said it, and it's a fact when I read it in the newspapers, and it's very sad that I can see it in the neighborhood also. A lot of youth are getting infected. So we have to put a stop to this, and I'm requesting each and every Goenkar, even we have to accept that the government has failed. It has totally miserably failed for the day, and we have to take care of ourselves. We have to educate one another. We have to help each one another in case of minimum essentials, help, whatever they require, And we, myself as a citizen, first concerned citizen of the state of Goa, and Rakandar, going to Rakandar, would want to appeal to each and every Goan, and especially to our politicians, our MLAs, our bureaucrats, people in authority, to be firm on decisions, to go in for a lockdown and have the government machinery in place with provisions for essentials, essential commodities, oxygen cylinders, beds, some more areas, and we are ready to help as volunteers to come forward to help in whatever way if the government wants us to come. As one of our member and my good friend Rama Kankonkar has also made a video. I've just seen it about half an hour back, and I said also I would like to appeal to the people of the state, our Goans, brothers, sisters, settlers, workers, whoever are in Goa and who are helping Goa to progress and build up infrastructure and for their own happiness and their good health. It is my appeal to the CM once again, Mr. Dr. Pramod Sawant. I appeal to you with folded hands, which I never do. I only hold my hands to God, to the Almighty. But I'm here appealing to you to do your best by going in for a lockdown, and a proper lockdown which will break this chain for at least a minimum period of 10 to 15 days. It is a must. I hope you will do it, and I'm sure you can do it, because you're the authority right now. It is all in your hands, and you as the leader of the government should go in for a lockdown. Thank you. गोंयकार्स, म्हजी मागणी देवाक तुमकां प्रोटेक्शन दिवपाचें आनी तुमच्या फॅमिलीचेर बेसांव घालपाचें. आनी एक तुमकां एक सांगूंक सोदता, हांवें तें म्हज्या विडियोन म्हणलेलें, मातशें ब्रिदींग करा, ऑक्सिजन घेया, तुजें चेस्ट एक्सपांड करा आनी इनहेलेशन करा. हॉट वॉटर इनहेलेशन इज अ मस्ट. We can kill the variant, whatever variant of COVID-19 is the strain, we can at least control it. So we have to do a lot of breathing, have hot fluids, do inhalation, which can avoid us getting into the worst stages of this disease, which is leading to death. So once again I appeal to each and every one to be confident of yourself in helping yourself to fight this disease. And don't lose your confidence. Have faith in God. Ask God to give you all the strength and the blessings to fight this disease. Thank you. Good night. God bless. Mog Ashwini. Ani we will save ourselves and our family members. Thank you. God bless. Good night.